Part 25.0, the shortening of days on the flat Earth. There are two signs for the shortening of days. Number one, due to tightening and speeding up of the plasma tube of light, the 24-hour day is shorter. The total length of one revolution on the plane of the sun focal point is less than 24 hours. Watch time for this sign. Number two, due to the focusing and narrowing of the focal point sun light. The total surface area of the plane that receives sunlight is becoming less or decreasing. Just like in this demonstration, the floodlight will decrease into a spotlight and eventually even get down into a fine point of light. So remember, the yin equals the night. The yang equals the daylight. So the dark night or non-illuminated yin side increases. And the sunny daylight or illuminated yang side decreases. Which means the daylight from sunrise to sunset becomes smaller or shortens. The actual time of the daylight will shorten or decreases due to the focusing of the focal point sun light. So here is the process. As the sun focal point continues to go north, after summer solstice, and continues to move north, the sun focal point is at the Tropic of Cancer at summer solstice, the second red line from the top. The sun focal point must now travel from the Tropic of Cancer to the North Pole. Every revolution losing more daylight and gaining more nighttime. At some point, the blue sun will be seen with the dark night sky closing inward toward the sun. The dark, starlit sky will slowly become the backdrop for the night and the daytime sky. The blue sun will become visible due to the dark backdrop and becomes the blue star, a star seen in the daytime or day star. 2 Peter 1:19, King James Version. We have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place, until the day dawn, and the day star arise in your hearts. Or as the Hopi described it, the blue star Kachina. And now, the bad news. The daylight, or sunlight, will eventually get so focused and hot. It will incinerate anything beneath its ray as it moves northward to the center axis, or North Pole, igniting anything combustible. All of the cities, forests, oil and gas fields, saltwater bodies, and all of the newly released and highly combustible methane gases in the north. All of the permafrost will have melted and released its methane stores. And the Arctic Ocean will have grown warm enough to release all of its methane also. The entire region from the Arctic Circle to the North Pole will go kaboom. The cork holding in the pressure is now popped. And the pressure releases. The EMCO starts. Expansion begins for the growth of the cell you live on. If you haven't noticed yet at how perfectly everything ties together, everything has a function to play in the life cycle of every cell. Next video, part 25P, distance and time on the flat Earth.